Scotty, beam me up.
Oh. Smash. Get over here.
It is pointless to resist.
All right,
It warns you.
we are here in the Punk Rock Geek Den with my best friend for the last 22 years, Zach Spots.
22 years.
22 fucking years, dude.
22 years.
It's fucking insane. But we are here with his band, Suburban Downgrade, Andrew Hibbler, Craig Schmolt. What's up, fellas? And
Come on, man.
and a can.
Come on, Zach.
And a can.
How's it going?
Not too bad. I'm glad to have you guys here. I'm upset we didn't have you on earlier in the year, but
Oh, that's cool.
we were too excited getting other people.
I'm glad that you guys are busy. I'm glad that you guys are busy.
We
with
are
that.
super fucking
That's
busy.
good.
Yeah, we are.
We are having a blast doing it.
Yep.
And you guys are here. I've got this cool sticker.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
I've got this cool ass t-shirt.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the new ones too.
Yes, sir.
It was fun.
And I've also got the vinyl.
Yeah.
Keys to the City. Their debut album dropped earlier this year. Fucking amazing. Great work, fellas.
Thank you so much.
Seriously.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm your friend, but I am your friend. So I'm going to fucking gush a little bit.
Well, I feel
But
like,
no,
I
I've
feel
heard-
like a long friendship would just lead to like a more honest, brutal truth than anything. Because you know when you don't
Yeah,
know somebody,
yeah.
you're like, yeah, man, it's good. But when you know somebody for a long time, you're gonna be honest with them. So
Fuck yeah.
I know it's legit. So
And you and I have been in bands together, so it's like,
Yeah.
like we've been through anything you fucking imagine together. And I know that music is what you've wanted to do. You've always wanted to put out an album, and you finally fucking did it. And I just want to say, I'm fucking proud of you, bro.
thank you.
Like seriously, like.
It was a labor of love. It was a labor of love.
Oh, absolutely, and you can fucking feel it in every song.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And there's everything, like what I tell people is, I used to play in bands with this guy, and we've played in every type of band you can fucking think of. Like, we played pop punk, we played, fucking emo, we played fucking metal, we played just whatever was hip.
Yeah.
We're old now, so we just put all that shit together,
Yep.
and here it is.
Every span is a little bit of elements out of, freaking. You got your typical like hardcore metalcore shit. You got crossover thrash. You got crack rock steady ska stuff and
Mhm.
street punk and. It's fun. Like we
love
definitely
it.
like to include a little bit of everything in every song we do. Like
Fuck yeah, and it's all there for sure.
Yeah.
rock
Look.
punk. That's what happens when you're like, what do you want this to sound like? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, every song we write, it never ends up sounding like the way I plan for it to. But
Yeah.
that's not a bad thing by any stretch, because it's
No.
always a cool surprise. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
To hear the final product.
Yeah.
It's good. The element of surprise definitely it's part of the fun.
I
Yeah.
feel like we like a lot of the same music, three of us, but I feel like our niche interest, like in small genres and stuff, and like trying to smash that all together is kind of why we sound like that. Like,
Yeah.
so our influences are so like diverse that
Right.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think it sounds good. People seem to like it, sort of.
Yeah, I've heard like people tell me, dude, this is some good shit, and I'm talking like OGs, like in the scene, like
Yeah.
our friend Johnny Jenkins in PRD and PRF.
Yeah.
He, like, I sent him the fucking link to your Spotify, and he was like, holy shit. And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. He's like, it's some of the best shit I've heard in like 30 fucking years. No shit.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, man.
I was like,
My
holy
head's
fuck.
already big enough, man. My head's already
I know.
big enough. I can barely
I know it is.
T-shirts.
I've known the guy
my
for 22 years. I can attest. But no, seriously, like every genre we played growing up, like it's on this record. If you like metal, if you like punk, if you like, there's street punk, there's fucking garage punk, there's fucking ska punk, there's everything. It's
Swing. There's some swing in there
There's
too.
no swing in there.
Has that swingy guitar riff?
Okay. The swing in it. I don't know.
Big fan swing.
So our friend Matt couldn't be here with us tonight. He's going through some personal issues. Our thoughts are with him in this difficult time. And so, but for him, I got to ask the question, how did you settle on the name Suburban Downgrade?
Okay. Okay, so it's one of those things, I'm not going to lie, we kind of thought of the name and then I had to think of the meaning behind it afterwards.
Right.
Originally, I kind of wish we would have kept this name. Originally, we were going to call ourselves Miley Virus.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I didn't want to be a spoof name. I didn't want to have
Right.
a spoof name.
Yeah.
So we changed it. Like Craig had the idea of Urban Downgrade. I was like, we're not in an urban area. We're kind of like in like suburbs meets like methamphetamine. You know what I mean?
Suburb meets Billy Bob.
The whole Suburban Downgrade. I kind of put together as Lockhaven, especially, is kind of a cesspool that you get stuck in.
Yeah.
Locals don't leave, and sometimes people come here for school and they just get stuck. Yeah, they keep on coming back.
I've left twice and I'm back.
Yep. Factory industry, like the coal mining industry up in Renovo, the factory industry in Lockhaven, the paper mill, and you had like the lumber industry. It should have been a really big, booming place to live
And it
for
was.
families, and it was.
It was for a long time.
Before the flood, it was really like that. Like it was.
Yep, before the 72 flood.
Yep.
Yeah.
And since then, it's just gotten worse and worse. More crazy people. The mental health problem really outweighs the others in Lockhaven, and it's kind of fucked up.
Because there's no resources.
There's
to
no
help people.
resources
to help
people.
It's
Yeah.
bad.
It's
Yeah.
rough.
You gotta go like half an hour, 45 minutes in either direction to get any help.
Yep.
Exactly.
And then the transportation is similar too. So the idea behind the Suburban Downgrade is people originally came to the area that we all grew up in, you know, for a good life and shit. And I don't know, it's kind of fucked up. Like it's too small of an area to be as bad as it is. You know what I mean?
It
Yeah.
seems like that.
So
It really does.
that's
To have as
kinda
many
what I
problems
think of
as
the
it
whole
does.
Suburban
Yeah.
Downgrade. It's
I got you. Okay.
That's deep.
yeah, it is deep. It is deep. It is pretty
That
deep.
is deep.
Well, like
Yeah.
I know
That's a
a
good one,
lot
though.
about this
Right.
area. I know a lot about the history about Lockhaven and Clinton County. You know, like on the record, that's City Hall. That's the courthouse
Yeah, that's the
building on
courthouse
the
Yeah.
record.
on the album cover.
Yeah.
And
Like
some people
Yeah.
felt a little
I know.
uncomfortable about it. With
yeah,
the, with
but
the-
it's it's imagery.
with the fist hammering.
That's
yeah,
that's
the
our
fist
county
hammering
courthouse
down the
right
fucking
there.
courthouse.
That's
Yeah,
the tower.
you know,
Yeah,
obviously.
that's the Lockhaven.
It's
Yeah,
the Lockhaven courthouse right there. That's an easy way to get on a watch list. So
yeah.
no, that's what we're going for. Because all publicity is good publicity, you know.
Right. Even CIA.
Yeah, oh yeah. Any publicity is good.
Someday.
Might go.
Yeah.
I hope it's like airhead so we can all play in prison.
That was
Yeah, right.
You'll be covering Reagan youth.
Reagan Youth.
the long
Dude, for the longest time, like I didn't know that was a Reagan Youth song until maybe like 10 years ago. I was like, oh shit. It's that
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
I'm
Right.
about the same.
Oh,
I was like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
it's
And then
like
I
you
heard the
said.
real
Oh,
song
shit.
and I was like,
Check it out.
I don't know how I feel. It's exactly the same, yeah.
It is. It's actually the weirdest Reagan Youth song out there. It's the only one that kind of sounds like
It is. It's more. It's the only one that's like really straightforward.
Yeah. It's
It's
definitely
like
not
just straightforward rock and
youth
roll.
crew type punk rock. Yeah.
So another thing we like to do is get the origin story. Like what
Okay.
brought you guys together?
Oh,
All right.
This is fun.
So again, Andrew and I knew each other for a handful of years, but never like really jammed
Right.
together. The thing that got Suburban Downgrade actually going was one night I get a random Facebook call from somebody on my friends list. His name's Craig Smolt, and I'm like, why is he calling me? He has to be butt dialing me, so I didn't answer it. He called again, and they left me like a voice message, like, "Hey man, please call me back. Stranded in Lock Haven. I don't know what to do." I was like, "What the fuck?" And at the time, I had my kids sleeping at my house that night. It was like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
wake my girlfriend up, and I'm like, "Listen, this kid's calling. He's drunk. He's stranded in Lock Haven. I don't want him to get fucked up by the police or anything." And he's totally would have, because when Craig gets smashed, he's people who know. You know what I mean?
All knees and
a
elbows.
so I'm calling him. We're playing phone tag. I'm looking for him. It's like 3 a.m. I to my knowledge, I never met this dude in my life. I'm trying to figure out where he is. He's like freaking out on the phone. I find him near an the Chevrolet dealership on the other side of Lock Haven. I'm just cruising around. I see a fucker walking. It was around Christmas time. I see this guy in a leather jacket with a Santa Claus hat walking, and he looks all pissed off. And I'm like, this has to be him. So I roll my windows down, and I hear him go, "Fuck this town! Fuck this fucking town!" And I'm just like, "Grateful!" And he's like, "Hey man, what's up?" I'm like, "Get the fucking door!" And
Lock the door.
He gets in the car. Football Jerks is playing in my car, and he starts singing along. I remember Wild in the Streets was playing, and he starts singing along. I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." He knows who the Circle Jerks are, and he just kind of in the short ride it took to drive him home. He just started saying that he wanted to jam with somebody, and I was down, and we jammed a couple times, and we were just doing it for fun, you know. And we needed a bass player, and that's when Andrew came in. But yeah, the whole fucking shit started was he got stranded in Lock Haven. He was piss fuck drunk, and I gave him a ride home. And I really don't know if it would have started if it wasn't for that moment, because I didn't really know him. I've met him before at a show forever ago, but I didn't realize.
I didn't know him at all. I didn't know him at all.
Right.
So I even though like you should say like, "Hey, drinking's bad things happen when you drink too much," but honestly, if it wasn't for Craig being shit fuck drunk and getting stranded in Lock Haven, this disaster probably wouldn't have happened. So
That's
cool.
fucking awesome.
Yay,
That's
drinking.
like-
Yeah.
Little victory.
Good on Craig, having a drinking problem.
That was fucking amazing.
It's always good to have him. So the only time did that.
Yeah,
Oh my
there's been a lot of weird-
God.
It's funny because like the first night was like the conversation that made the band happen was awkward as shit, a drunken awkward ass conversation, and I feel like this band runs on that shit. Like weird, these weird awkward like what is wrong? Is something wrong? I'm not sure situations. And like,
It's because we're not good at what we do, but we try hard. We do.
That's what matters.
I'll get you some. All right.
Oh my God. That was amazing.
yeah. The first night
That's
we were
probably
at the
the-
house, we were hanging out. Not everything. It was we got done jamming, and it was actually the same night that we asked Andrew to join.
Right.
Then we split ways after the bar. So I was like, I'm gonna hang out with my new drummer. I should probably know him a little bit.
Right.
So the first night he's at my house, he goes to walk up the steps, and he does this weird like turkey move. And he's like turkey walking and throwing up against my wall. And that was the first night hanging out with him. And he was a little problematic. He got a little testy a little bit. He got a little bit of that too, which was cool. I finally got him to go to sleep or something. I don't know if he was sleeping, but he was certainly catatonic. I went to bed. My girl, like Tristy's asleep. She's like, "What the fuck happened?" I'm like, they don't. So I wake up. I hear a quiet knock on the door. He opens the door. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He's like, "Can I get a ride home?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll still give you a ride home." We ride home. He's like, at this point, Craig didn't really remember how he was the night before, but he had a, you can just tell sometimes with yourself.
Yeah.
And he just was like, do you still want to like jam? I'm like, well, fuck yeah, dude. He's like, oh my god, okay. do you still want to jam?
I walked down the steps in my bare feet. And all I felt was wetness. I was like, Zach, what? Why is it wet? And he's like, you don't remember? I was like, no. He's like, you puked. I was like, what? I puked on his step. He's like, yeah.
Covered.
I was like,
just covered.
Oh,
shit, man. You didn't just stop and puke. You like were doing it while you were walking, and like, I got fucking like mama bird about to feed her baby. Like puke sprinkler turkey thing.
Oh man. I do apologize.
So yeah, the start of the band was that I never really talked about it out loud, but it's kind of fucked up.
Because we started hanging out regularly soon. Like we started playing, we were starting hanging out. So
we got it more under control now. Andrew's just about a year sober.
Yeah, man.
But before, like,
Congratulations.
we were drinking too fucking much. All of us were. We were fucked up all the time. So it was a fucking chore. Like each show was a fucking chore.
Yeah, and practices too. I mean,
I can imagine.
Yeah,
but it got better. It got way better. And when it started getting better, it was getting drastically better. It was just like night and day. We all had we all got our heads in a better place. And
it's awesome.
It's just been. Craig's a little tired today. He went to fucking Troublic, but
son of a bitch.
But yeah.
But but
I'm just gonna show. Yeah.
He was just sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, these boys just got done with practice, so they're a little spent.
It's all right. Yeah. This is actually cool because this is the second band-related like interview to podcast thing that I've done, because I was just at Supernova Ska Festival in Virginia at Fort Monroe. This 3-day ska fest, big name bands. It was great, and I kind of did an off the cuff thing in the parking lot with these guys from El Salvador. I don't know. It was dope.
That was cool.
So this is cool.
I was told about that one. You're just happy we're speaking English, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, he was translating for me. I
was it? Okay.
On my Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
El Salvador?
I haven't actually seen that one. Okay. That's awesome, though.
That kind of blew my fucking mind, but because he didn't tell me about it. He told me that he meant like a podcast guy and shit, but he didn't tell me. He didn't tell me there was like a video and shit. And then out of nowhere, that dude tagged us, and I watched that. I'm like, holy shit, that's. I mean, not to once again, like, we're very fucking humble, and we're just three dumbasses to play music, but the fact that somebody from El Salvador was translating with Andrew, like off the cuffs, like, wow, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, he gave me about 10 seconds to decide if I wanted to do that interview, because he was going to do live streams of the whole event. That's 3 days of ska. Like, shout out Tim and April. He's like, let me talk to you. I don't know. I think these podcasts are really important because they're like accessible ways. For people in the scene to get information, because like the days of fanzines are over. You know what I mean? That's done. They're too expensive. This doesn't cost anything, and I think these are good. These are really good to do. Because I remember back, like, I don't know, when I was like 15, like there'd be like, you know, some crust punk fanzines that like talk about the lyrics and figure out where the shows were at, but I couldn't get that. Like, you know.
But yeah, like, I know what you mean. Like, that's the thing of the digital age too. Like, you never know where your music's gonna reach.
Yeah. Right.
And like our friends in 13 have a huge fan base in Russia. They've never been to Russia.
Holy shit! Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Like,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And they're a great fucking band, but they're just mainly local to the Austin and Texas area.
Well, it's like an uneven fucking, because like things like Spotify, the streaming services, they don't pay you out for shit.
No.
But if you use it, and like, it really does get your shit out there easily.
Absolutely.
Yeah. With not
Spotify's
much effort. You gotta put in work, but like just to get it out there, it's so much easier than it was in like the 90s and earlier 2000s. You know? Like
Fuck
nobody
yeah.
wanted to take a fucking hour and a half to download a song by somebody they didn't hear about.
Yeah.
Now instantly be like, oh, this looks cool, and hit play, and it's fucking there. If it wasn't
Yeah,
for that,
right.
dude, it'd be difficult.
We're in the golden
Yeah,
age
it definitely
of
changed the
technology.
game for music,
It-
but of course.
and I've heard so much great music over the last year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it seems like COVID just opened the door for all these bands to put out great shit.
People had time to write that, dude. That's when we wrote most of the full length. Before that, we only had like 6 or 7 songs,
Right.
and we began recording at the very end of lockdown. After we record, like we're writing, we were just writing. We weren't doing shows. We did a couple live
Right.
streams,
Mm.
but that's when we wrote Now How About. That's when we wrote other stuff too. I don't remember, but a lot of it, at least to strengthen everything together, you know, and get it.
Yeah.
Because you know how it is when you write a song, but you want to be in a hurry to play shows, so it's not completely ready, but it kind of gets
Yeah.
more and
Yes,
more
I
ready
do.
when you play it live. Yeah,
Yeah, I do
it
know.
was kind of like that for us. But when we
Those were the
when we were doing rough takes of our songs,
Mhm.
and we had to get more on the nose so they sounded good when we like tracked everything together. And once it started sounding good, I was like, hey, fuck it, let's do a fucking full length. We have time,
Yep.
you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Your
And
fucking
that's what we did
EP.
during lockdown. Was record that album, and then it came out in January 2021. That was January, right? Yeah.
It was
Hey,
January,
I actually
think
wasn't
February
sure, so I
16th?
had
Okay,
to
it might have
look
been
up when
February.
I had to look up when you guys actually released it because I wasn't sure if it reached
Yeah.
a year yet, but it's getting.
I think it's on the inlay on the CD.
It says
It's on
it says
Spotify.
2021 on the
but
back
it's not-
cover
I don't
here.
think it might have been on. I don't remember if it was on. I think it was on. Yeah, it was on streaming before we had the physical copy. So I
Yeah.
guess the Spotify premiere date would be the. Actually, Bandcamp had it up earlier because Bandcamp doesn't
Yeah.
take a fucking week to get the shit up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
Spotify says it's February 17th.
Okay, February. We'll go February. Yeah, sometime. Yeah. mid Feb. Mid
But
Feb.
yeah, you can tell you guys put everything into it.
Oh,
So-
we did. We drove Larry
Yeah, it
Eisenhower, LD Eisenhower, cool as shit. I've known forever.
That's another-
I was in
another
two
friend
bands
of
back
ours,
in the day. Yeah, he reached out. He's actually doing a house show this 23rd of October.
Yeah.
Open to the public, 21 and over. But for a second year in a row, he's the one to record us, and he actually reached out and he's like, "Hey, let me do your album." And I was kind of nervous because I'd known him for so long, and I didn't want to be a pain in his ass.
Yeah.
But he was so fucking patient, and he had the best ideas. And he would say, hey, let's do another guitar track. I'm like, well, dude, I'm the only guitar player. I don't want to cheat. Like, I don't want to make it.
Yeah.
But he was right. Like, once he put it all together, everything that he threw at me that didn't make sense, but I agreed with because he knows what he's fucking doing, made perfect sense once I heard it all together. It was mind blowing.
Right.
It was cool seeing like this dude that I used to be in some, we were in like, those like the typical like scene kid like metalcore shit back then.
One down, me to go.
Him doing that stuff to him just learning how to record and engineer. It's just mind blowing to see how far he's come. Somebody I just used to be in bands with. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
insane, and it's cool to be working with him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Still, like fucking over like just about 15 years. I was in 2 bands with him, and then it's cool to be working with him again, but in a different way.
Right.
It's sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Probably the only guy that we want to record us too.
Probably, yeah.
Right now,
Like he's good. It's cool working with friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's cool because like you're gonna fuck it up. You're gonna embarrass yourself, but you're not gonna embarrass yourself in front of somebody that you've known for a long time. So that was also very relaxing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't. He made it really smooth for us. It was because we didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Nope.
Yeah.
I
know.
never been recorded before ever.
That was my first time recording like drums and everything. So I was like, this is.
Yeah, it's a different. It's totally different than any other experience involving music. Like
Yeah, it's stressful.
Yeah.
recording song
Yeah,
by
and, like-
song, part by part.
It feels like work. You know, when
Yeah.
you're playing shows, it doesn't feel like work. But when you're recording, that shit is work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. But speaking of shows, let's talk about some of you guys' favorites. Some highlights.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right.
Like, let's go on an individual. Well, like, Craig, what would you say was your favorite show you guys played?
The first, well, both. I would say the first Smite Fest we played was fucking
Yeah.
That was
fire. That was fucking great. But this past year we played Scott's Church in Lebanon. That was fucking
Nice.
the energy. It was an all ages show. So these kids, man, like they were fucking. Dude, like they were jumping off the stage, and like that's the first
It
time
was
that's
great.
ever happened.
They weren't drunk and tired like most of our audience. They were older, going fucking hard.
They weren't old either.
They were fucking,
Yeah.
like 18, 19-year-olds full of testosterone just going for it. Like,
It was fucking
awesome.
nuts, and like there was someone like hula hooping, just
Yeah, hula
standing,
hoop girl,
hooping,
yeah.
like, and watching us. I was like, very eclectic group of people.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So I was probably say both of those shows.
a very diverse audience there too, which is awesome to see.
Extremely.
I can't pick one.
It's all about you.
But for the first Mike Fest, let me play that. We were the opening band. Like we were the first band that night.
For the whole fest.
Yeah, the whole fest. And like, I think we set the bar pretty nicely.
Yeah,
I want to say super high.
super
but-
not high, but good. You know, the
People-
energy was good. People were in it right away.
I like playing fests like that because people ask about you. People want to get to know you. Other bands want to get to know you. It makes all this networking stuff easier, and I like playing them. I like, they're cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, you never know who's going to be watching you at those things.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's like, no, I'm not saying, not to compare it to Warped Tour, but like when I would go to Warped Tour, like some of the bands I would watch aren't necessarily bands you would think I like.
Right.
But
Yeah.
in a live setting, you never know. And it's like, hey, I got a whole new respect for these guys. I'm going to check them out even further.
Well,
Yeah.
hearing the live
best
shit
part I
is
think
always
about-
better anyway, so it helps like
Yeah.
mix you out to other genres too that you
Yeah.
don't get into.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
especially
good
at
enough buzz,
festivals
it's like,
like that. It's all different types of bands.
Yeah. And people don't know us. Like, oh, Suburban Downgrade, go check them out. And we stop playing. And we walk away. And they go, oh, that was terrible.
One of the backhanded compliment, but like I believe it's good, is when somebody says, "Hey, saw you live or I listened to your album." I am not into that kind of stuff, but that was good. Like that means a lot.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
weird.
Yeah.
But we hear that a lot at like festivals
Yeah.
or like shows that have
Right.
the bands are very different on the bill. You know, so somebody that came for a certain genre, but then hears your genre, like, oh, I kind of like that. I'm not into it, but I like
Yeah.
it. Like
Yeah.
that's cool to
Yeah.
reach out to other people and they listen to different shit. It's cool to network that way as well.
This man screams
Oh, yeah.
too much. Yeah. He's very angry.
Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling?
That's some of the
Talk-
best shit.
I'm standing right here.
So let's move on to the favorite show. Are we still talking about favorite shows?
Yeah, because I went. So yeah.
Sure.
Andrew, you go ahead. Talk about
Yeah,
your
Craig,
favorite show.
Andrew?
I really like the all ages shows we're doing. Like in
Yeah,
Lebanon,
for sure.
and we played another one in Altoona.
I was at that one.
Yeah, and it was cool that was all ages. Like I'm really about
Yeah, for sure.
like, but I don't know.
Definitely had that old
Probably my
school feel.
favorite. What's that?
It definitely had that old school feel. Like I felt like I was back in high school that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And there were kids that were in high school there. You know?
But yeah,
Oh, we give that
I was the old guy.
Yeah, no, but at that
Like, I
show
was
in
amongst
Altoona, at the Altoona Arts Center, that probably was one of my. It's very hard to pick a favorite. I'm just gonna say that, get that out of the way. But that was great
Yeah.
because there were kids around, and like kids that were like into the music and the thing, and it's refreshing to see that because I just don't see it. I mean, even up in Altoona,
Right.
we play a lot of bars, 21 and up, but. Met a cool kid there, gave him a ride back to his place. He walked in the heat like 19 blocks to see us. And that's cool.
Yeah.
Right.
It was his first show too. It was his first show
awesome.
too. He had his mohawk up.
I
dude.
was gonna say, was it the
Yeah.
kid with the mohawk?
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, he
Awesome.
walked in that heat that we had that day to see us at this.
And he was wearing the jacket and everything, man.
Yeah, man, like he was decked. And he was all
decked
about
out.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I never
He-
realized
he
that
was-
as you like when you play at bars and for adults, you don't remember the energy you had as a kid at shows, especially local ones. And I bet it was refreshing to see it.
Oh, it was
Oh, yeah, you
great.
gotta
That
go to
made
that.
my night. Like just, and I don't know. I like stuff like that. I'm a real big proponent of wanting to stay doing all ages shows and stuff because no one does it. I remember, basically what I'm saying is I remember how hard it was for me when I was 15 to try to see a punk band anywhere. Like the closest, there was Club Zoo in Pittsburgh. They would do all ages nights. But getting anybody to take me up there at 15, you know, like it was, I just didn't get to see any live music. And I would love to put energy into, you know, making sure we do all ages shows because they're sweet. They're great. They're what we should be doing.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's just nobody wants to open a venue.
Probably.
That was a good show. Like the crowd wasn't huge by any means, but it was still fun. Like the energy was there.
And those guys that threw that organized that, they're really trying to do more stuff, and I just want to be there to support them because like they're testing the waters out right now.
And that's our friends at Casey Becker.
Yeah, Casey Becker.
Those guys are good dudes. I talked to them a couple times.
Yeah, they're dope.
They're doing good shit up there. Yeah, that's awesome.
Dope. Yeah,
that's awesome. And of course, our buddies in Exodus Rise, they were great that night.
Oh yeah.
And Grampian, of course.
Yeah,
I love those guys.
Our boys.
They're so fucking interesting and smart and funny as hell. You know what I mean? Like,
we had them on a few weeks ago. They're
so
fucking
cool.
great.
Yeah. Sean from Grampian, he's the one that got our foot in the door at McGarvey's, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the one that threw our first show at McGarvey's because he was terrible at that night. We got better. We got better.
Oh boy.
What was your first?
You want to talk about my favorite show? Is it my turn now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I think mine.
Dude, just get in there. I just need to lean on it.
I kind of got like two answers, but whatever, isn't it? I would say my favorite show, as far as like just wacky shit, was when we opened. It was a McGarvey show. We opened for Hans Gruber and the Diehards, and it was a small crowd, which was surprising because they were in the middle of like a 60-day fucking tour or some shit like that. And Andrew was really into them. I didn't really know them. Andrew was really into. I checked them out. And we got there, and they were so fucking goofy. And they were like one of the first bands we played with that were like a touring band that I felt like wanted to be. Not saying anything about any of the other bands we played with that are touring, but these guys actually like reached to us and were like talking to us and tagging us and shit on their own accounts. So I already really appreciated the support from this like touring band. It was a big compliment, and they were so fun to watch live. Like they were probably the funnest band to watch live. They all stripped down to like their boxer briefs and played. I don't know why, but they were all wearing boxer briefs. And like TJ, the vocalist at the time, he was in the audience and just bouncing back and forth. And it was just a great time. And I felt like we were like they enjoyed our shit as much as we enjoyed theirs. And that was a great fucking feeling.
Especially early on.
Yeah,
we just started.
It was like one of our earlier shows too.
Fourth show?
Yeah.
Third, fourth show?
Yeah. And we were, you know, and that was kind of a big deal to us to be playing with like a touring band that early on. I would say the most unique show was my second answer, it was a weird ass show, but that's kind of why it was my favorite. We played in Huntington, not Huntington, but Huntington, whatever.
Yeah, Huntington.
Passed out to that one. We played this place called Riverbillies, and it was a punk rock and comedy night. So that was like a kind of a unique thing, you know. Our buddy Capo was throwing it. And he was the acoustic act, and then there was a bunch of stand-up comics, and then it was us closing it for some fucking reason. But we showed up to this place. I thought it was gonna be like it was called Riverbillies, so I was expecting there to be like nicotine stains on them all.
Right.
No, we walk inside, okay, holding our gear. There's a fucking fireplace, and there's a bunch of gray hairs like eating dinner with their families. Like people with like liver spots, like, oh, it's such a nice evening out with the family. We're gonna enjoy ourselves some comedy and music.
Probably the nicest place.
And everybody was probably like, they're like, oh, like punk rock, like the Ramones or Blondie. We love that stuff. I'm like, nope. Yeah, sure. and then
you guys have for a treat.
And then, you know, we get there and, you know, we plug in, feedback kicks in. It's like, Riverbillies, what the fuck? And you see everybody like instantly like take their like, right.
Nobody was close to us, but we backed up anyway.
Yeah. Our buddy Jesse and his brother, I think, and Cavo. Everybody else ran the fuck to the bar. We got done playing. I was like, man, we bombed, we sucked, and I was kind of bummed out. But everybody was like, hey, man, what the fuck was that? That was pretty cool. Hey, let me buy you shots. So we drank our asses off, like stayed there for the night, and that was a lot of fun. Even though it was awkward as shit,
It was strange.
It was still that's one of my favorite fucking story experiences. that and Hans Brewer, I think, are my favorites. I would say
For sure.
yeah.
Oh man. All right. I think I need to take a quick break.
Yep.
So
You gotta
we'll stop
PPT
here for a few minutes.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Now flying comes with a different skin, so it's easier to catch and throw. Hey, you want hot hands? You got hot hands.
Catch the 2 hot new Nerf flying colors and catch this.
Okay, guys, let's.
You need a move. You need a hand. Got to be a man. This is Nerf flag football. It's tougher than touch.
Imagine this.
Deep in the jungle, you discover it, the Cobra Terradrome with gun emplacements almost everywhere and special base for refueling vehicles.
There it is.
The Cobra Terradrome is really incredible.
That's Dr. Mindbender. And now look, they've captured Flynn.
It's time to warn the Joes, but suddenly they launch the Firebat. Live the adventure of G.I. Joe. Cobra Terradrome comes with Firebat and pilot. Other figures and equipment sold separately.
Yo, Joe!
I am so interested.
There we go.
Okay. So we're back. We talked about the origins of the band. We talked about your favorite individual shows. We talked about all kinds of shit so far involving the music. Let's get into the other side of you guys. Interests, hobbies, shit like that. Zach told me that Craig, you're a bit of a gamer.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. What are you playing right now? What's the game that's got you consumed?
I actually just went to GameStop a couple nights ago, and I bought like 4 new games. Every fucking Doom game, because I have the Switch, and the Doom collection just came out for Switch. It has Doom 1, 2, 3, Doom 64, and the Doom 2016. And then I also bought the new Doom that came out last year, Doom Eternal. So I got that. So now I have all the fucking Doom games. I finished Resident Evil 8 Village. I finished that like a month ago. That was good. That was really good. And I also got Hot Wheels Unleashed. It's a Hot Wheels racing game.
I think I've heard of that one, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like toy cars, like cars, like that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to play all those.
That just sounds fun.
It does sound fun.
Like a Hot Wheels racing game.
Yeah, it's getting good reviews. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. And I haven't played any video games in a long time. So.
No.
Like Mortal Kombat 11, I touched a little bit. I was like, I just wanted to do some fatalities.
Yeah, dude, that game is fucking incredible. Like I said,
no, I've watched my kids play it. And that game's insane.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. I'm kind of a big gamer. Like Mortal Kombat growing up, it's still one of my favorites. Twisted Metal, Sonic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Twisted Metal.
Halo.
They're making a movie about that. Was it a movie or a show they're making about Twisted Metal?
A show. Yeah.
Yeah, the show. Yeah.
Is it a show? Yeah.
Yeah, I just found out about that like recently. That's fucking cool.
Yeah. They just announced it.
Dude, like the thing I love about Twisted Metal is like the characters, like they have interesting backstories.
Yes.
So even if they don't do like the vehicle stuff, just the backstory of the characters
Other
is
than Mortal
interesting.
Kombat, I feel like they're one of the earliest ones where all the characters have like these in-depth backstories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the books that came with Twisted Metal for PlayStation, like
Yeah.
the illustrations and the origin stories on each character. I remember that being the books are for them fucking cool as shit. The ones that came in the games, like they're always.
I missed that actually. Now you just open up a case.
It's
just
card
got
and
a card.
manual.
Yeah, it's just the game. It's like, oh, okay.
It's lame now.
Yeah, like some of those manuals, like with Sega, like they had cheats in the back.
Yeah.
So like the cheat codes, like, oh shit, okay.
I feel like technology is making everything so fucking small, and also preserving paper and shit, which is good. But you don't get like when I used to open a new game, like I would read shit first. You know what I mean? You had a lot of shit to look at. You don't really have that.
Yeah.
And there's there was a certain smell to a new video game.
Yeah.
It's like buying a new record or something. You know, you're like,
Yeah. And like the old Super Nintendo games, you have to blow them out before you fucking put them in.
You had to blow out the cartridge.
Yeah.
Even though you weren't supposed to do that, but we did it anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I think they just said that so you would like spend money on like the Nintendo brand cleaning supplies. You know?
Shit.
I think
Yeah, all you needed was a Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol. That's all you needed.
Yep.
Fuck buying that cleaning stuff. Get the same shit.
I don't think anybody ever fucking had that.
Yeah.
I know. We had a
waste of.
We had to get a VCR cleaner.
Yeah.
And it was like a VHS tape.
Yeah.
And in the tape, it had like a little cartridge for the bottle of cleaning shit, right?
Yeah.
And all it was just a strip of tape or something that.
Yeah, but it was like little bristle brushes.
Yeah.
On the,
Yeah.
And we ran out of the liquid shit. And I was like, Mom, what do we do when this runs out? She's like, get a rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip. It's the same stuff. And I was like, okay. Okay. But yeah, so I get it. Blowing out the cartridge worked just fine.
Yeah, it definitely did.
I miss those days. God damn, doing this.
Well, yeah, I mean, other than video games, like, I'm really big into like movies and TV shows.
For sure. Yep.
Comic books, like honestly, I would
comics.
say comic books are like my first true love of things,
Right on.
like even before music. So,
Yeah.
What comics are you into?
I mean, Marvel, like Spider-Man's
Marvel.
my favorite. Spider-Man's my
Nice.
favorite comic character. But yeah, like most of the Marvel stuff, mostly DC. But stuff like Spawn, I love Spawn.
Oh yeah. Spawn's awesome.
Sin City, the graphic novel, that's fucking
Yeah.
amazing. Watchmen.
Yeah.
Sandman's that's really good. It's really good. That's coming. It's made a show on that for Netflix.
Oh, yeah?
Kind of excited to see that.
Yeah, that should be good.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, if they did it for Netflix, it should be all right because Punisher was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I actually never seen Punisher.
All
Like
the
that,
Netflix.
the
They were
Netflix?
They were all.
Yeah.
They were all.
I watched the Daredevil one. That was
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Well, all the Netflix Marvel shows were great, but for me, the one that really stood out was Punisher
Yeah.
because
They just signed him on.
Yeah.
They signed him on to do it with Disney now.
yep,
Oh, is
That
it,
actor.
they did.
oh, it's confirmed.
John
Yeah.
Bernthal.
All right.
And I
That's
can't
awesome.
remember who I said this to, but
Yeah.
I've said it to everybody. But John Bernthal, the guy who plays Frank Castle, the Punisher.
Yeah.
He was meant for that fucking role.
I love it.
Mhm.
It's
Right.
yeah, dude. Like,
Uh,
yeah, because I mean, I watched the second season of Daredevil, and that's when he was first introduced.
Yeah, yeah.
And like the way he was introduced, man, like holy shit. Like yeah,
Yeah.
It's perfect.
The whole series of Punisher is just like that. You're like, holy
But
shit!
also,
Like you'll love it. Trust me. Holy fuck! But yeah, all the Netflix Marvel shows are great. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing on Disney Plus so far.
me too.
Like, What If is kind of everywhere.
Yeah, I'm digging. I like it. I'm digging it.
I like it. Matt has some things to say, but that's the time for another show.
Yeah.
He's not here, so I can't really speak for him.
Yeah.
When he's good and ready, he'll say what he's got to say.
But yeah, I mean, I would say like I'm kind of like a big nerd. Probably the biggest.
Oh yeah, yeah. We like those types here.
Yeah, so like
One of
Marvel
us.
movies. That's my shit.
I love the movies too. But did you watch Loki?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. How did you feel about them completely flipping the MCU on its ear?
I'm excited.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
How the Infinity
It ended-
Stones
it
just
ended-
don't mean shit.
It ended the way like it should have ended.
Yeah.
We all knew it was coming.
Yeah,
Los
for
Angeles.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's just like,
Fine
come on,
things are
man, you gotta,
happening.
10
like,
years.
that way, but I'm
10
excited.
years ago.
But now anything can happen, so that's cool.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I'm excited to see what happens.
They can probably bring back Iron Man and the new Spider-Man movie coming out, No Way Home. There's rumors that they're gonna have like Tobey Maguire and they'll be got big Spider-Man. So like that's
Kitty
exciting.
cameo.
Yeah.
That's Sweeney Todd.
Oh,
It looks like Charlotte.
A fine feline.
He's an asshole. He is a 100% dickhead cat. But yeah,
I know
Yeah.
that shit. Like I'm also into camping, hiking, fishing,
camping, hiking, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
good
that's
shit
it.
too.
long
Something
walks,
about-
long walks on the
some-
beach.
Something about being in nature.
Yep.
Just set your mind. Speaking of fishing, right there's the resident fisherman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fucking talk about
Let's
that.
talk about
You got any interesting stories?
I mean,
Any,
yeah, I
any,
got
any
quite a
memorable
few,
any,
but-
any memorable fishing trips?
Oh yeah, man. Like I'm an amateur fly fisherman. I kind of progressed, but I love it, and like that was a big thing when I got sober that was really helping me out because idle hands. That's just not good. Like and
Not,
like I
not
had
when
to
you're
stay
in
busy.
recovery, absolutely not.
Yeah, no, and especially in early recovery, you
Mhm.
can't have time. You can't have time to yourself. Well, maybe you
No.
can, but
You gotta
you need to
be
budget
busy.
your time and do stuff, or you'll make a mistake. That's how
Yeah.
it was for me, anyway.
You gotta keep yourself.
But I started
yourself
doing that, and
entertained.
I never. What's that?
You gotta keep yourself entertained on something other than what you're trying to
Yeah,
catch.
we're just
Yeah.
busy, and
Yeah, yeah.
especially tired. Like
Yes.
stay tired and exhausted. It
Yeah.
makes it easier. If anybody's like, anybody needs to hear that, you exhaust yourself, whether it's through exercise or whatever. It helps. It helped me
Yeah.
a lot.
Mhm.
But I started fishing when I got so. I mean, I fished with my father when I was younger and stuff, but it was never anything I was super into. Now I'm basically a nerd about it, and I go out any chance I get. I'm actually writing for a fly fishing. I'm writing for a fly fishing sort of like journal out of Minnesota. It's called Anchor Fly, and they're buying content from me for their website. So,
That's awesome, dude.
That's awesome.
yeah, I love it. I mean,
Congratulations and congratulations on hitting a year.
Yeah, well, I'm
Yeah.
almost at a year.
That's-
What, like I think
Oh,
I'm like
well.
a week or something away from a
Oh,
year.
in advance.
Yeah.
That's a big milestone.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, it's like it's not easy because we play a lot of bars, play a lot of festivals.
Right.
There's drugs, there's alcohol. There just is. It's everywhere. You don't
Yep.
need to
Yeah.
look for it.
Yeah.
But
For sure.
it's I don't know. I'm doing well with it. I love music too much to have to give that up for my sobriety. So I just like deal with the ramifications of
Yeah.
being around it.
You tough
It
it
wasn't
out.
easy at first. It's much easier now. It's much easier
Oh, I'm
to,
sure.
to do that.
Yeah, you're in a much better headspace too.
Yeah, and I mean the all ages shows, like I'm taking that very seriously because I'm like,
Yeah.
like the presence of alcohol at a show for me now, it has no bearing on on it. If I can get a drink at the show, doesn't matter to me anymore. So I would rather be pushing these all ages shows as much as I can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, we need that because we had that kind of sort of growing up. We had to drive half an hour to get to it, but
Yeah, and I mean like when I
they
was
kept us off the street.
yeah, when I was coming up, it was either Philly or Pittsburgh, man. Sometimes Allentown, but we had to drive. There was nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing
Allentown.
I was
But yeah,
nothing
the crowbar had closed by that point.
Yeah, I mean, I graduated. I'm 30 years old. I graduated in 2009, and I like for us to go to any type of music I was interested in. It was a hike, man. It was a hike.
Yeah, when Zach and I were in high school, it was because we graduated in 06. We had the crowbar in State College, and then the ground floor in Williamsport, and then the ground floor went to shit, obviously. But
Right.
then the crowbar closed like 2 months before we graduated high school, and
Yeah.
my heart was crushed
Right.
because that was the place to fucking go. Like,
Oh yeah,
first
no,
time
totally. It
First
has
time
a
I saw the
history.
Misfits. First time I saw the Misfits was at the Crowbar. First time I saw Hatebreed was at the Crowbar. I saw a lot of fucking big time bands at the Crowbar, and I got to hang out with them
Right.
because they were just there at their merch table.
Yeah.
All that, 700 capacity venue. We always squeezed 1,500 people in easy.
Right. Yeah, it's a
No,
shame.
there's just-
It's a shame with the COVID how many small venues shut down. And that
Oh my
I don't
God.
like that's been very detrimental. I've seen a lot of like the Lancaster, the Chameleon Club. That's all gone now. I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm
Well, even
just very
Allentown, the
devoted.
Croc Rock closed years ago.
Yeah. The Rex.
Yeah.
I think that might be gone too. It's just crazy what the whole thing did with music, but I think it strengthened it in other ways. Like we've said, we wrote that gave us time to write the album and stuff.
For sure.
But that's also why I'm devoted to doing these all ages shows and DIY shows. Like a DIY show for me is like the epitome of what punk rock should be. It's a bunch of people getting together to make the damn thing happen. Maybe help some people out along the way. We've got patchwork pieces of a PA system. I want to start throwing shows because I've been doing this long enough. I think I can do that.
Yeah.
And
it's pretty simple.
right. And but I want food there. I want to do like drives for socks and coats for the Salvation Army. Like I want to do that. Like that's I'm committed to getting that in there while doing art, while making music.
We
Yeah.
can talk about that off the air. I might be able to help out with that.
Yeah, I'm real devoted to it. It's
I just had an idea hit my head. We'll
sure.
talk about it.
Okay, I'm
We'll talk about it.
excited. That
We'll talk about it. But Craig
That's
mentioned
how
the movie, and Zach, I know, loves B horror.
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of it.
He used to, anyway.
I do. What's that?
You used to, anyway. You used to be huge into that shit.
Yeah. I mean, I still got a lot of them. I still got a lot of them.
I remember a fondness for Eraserhead.
Eraserhead is I don't know. That got me into that weird shit.
Yeah.
It's not even a horror movie, but it's a horror movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, was he even
Like,
classified?
yeah, it's like a surrealism in a weird. I don't know. It's fucking weird. Like it's that movie that wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a horror movie, but everybody like noted it as one.
Yeah.
It's so fucking like
Speaking
unsettling.
of horror movies,
Jaws and Alien.
speaking of horror movies, Craiger, look at Zach's arm.
Yeah.
You see it?
What's up? Oh, you need
I see it.
Really bad.
We
That's
just-
my
we-
second tattoo ever, actually.
Yeah, it was. I remember when you got it.
No, I used to go on to like the George A. Romero stuff. It's like B movie shit, but it's not really B movie anymore, Mike. It's got such a large cult following.
Yeah.
But lately with horror, I just kind of Evil Dead. Evil Dead's my all time.
Evil
Yeah.
Dead.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
that was a B movie.
Yeah, Evil Dead 2 actually is my favorite probably of all time when it comes
Yeah.
to like that gore fest. Like, also like I love another of my favorite movies is Dead Alive.
I love Dead Alive.
Yeah, Dead Alive is fucking amazing.
Underrated. Like, I feel like a lot of people doesn't get.
Yeah, but that movie's amazing. Just keeping all the fucking zombies in the basement, like the fucking Minister zombie, and it's just batshit crazy as hell. The beginning of it, like when she's like her ear like falls into the fucking creamy pudding, whatever the fuck he eats it. Like that's so disgusting. Like that still turns my stomach. Like,
Yeah, it made me get.
I love Dead Alive. I love Dead Alive.
But the scene at the end where he's killing all the zombies of a
Fucking
fucking
lawnmower.
lawnmower.
Yeah. Reanimator is another one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Reanimator is incredible. Did you know that James? You'll appreciate this. The big zombie guy, well, in the morgue that attacks him, the big dude, the one, the strong one.
Yeah.
That was Arnold Schwarzenegger's stunt double.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, dude, he
Okay.
like, looks like him. Like he's fucking huge.
Yeah.
That was his. During the time of
Okay.
that movie, he was still the current stunt double for Schwarzenegger, I believe, or at least it was like on Terminator or some shit. Like
That's fun.
That's pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
Good.
Reanimator's great. It's
Yeah.
it's like it's one of those movies where you're like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
you feel the anxiety of that dude the whole fucking time. Like holy fuck! And the score in that movie's great too. Like all the string instruments and shit. Like that
Yeah.
really brings like a good vibe to that movie.
Yeah.
It makes it so.
Yeah.
It's bad shit funny. Like it's a fucking hilarious movie, and I never really knew if it was supposed to be or not. But the score alone, it's still a funny movie, but it still like raises the hair on the back of your neck. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yep.
it's a really good mix of both. Classic.
Yeah, when a movie can do that, you know you got something special.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I love that kind of stuff. But yeah, we've been
We saw
watching
that.
it because obviously it's kind of our job now to watch movies of all kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely saw that when we watched Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. It goes from like funny and oh man, this is terrible to like what the fuck in the last 15
I
minutes.
wanted to watch that. Yeah.
Yep. I'll send you a link.
All right. Cool. Yeah, that's one of the movies that like I always heard about, but I never watched it.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
it's almost
I got a
it's
link for
almost
you.
too terrible, but they stand right on that thin border between like I can't watch this and this is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was told too. I heard it was fucking terrible, but like it's
Yeah.
one of those movies that you feel like you have to watch it though.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the last
Terrible.
About,
Is terrible even the fucking word? That movie's fucking fuck awful.
Yep. But those last 15 minutes when they put the score in behind everything and everything's going on, it still makes the hair stand up.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
yeah, it goes from like I can't watch this to what the fuck. I
Was it
waited
in your
the last
ass?
15
Was it made
minutes
that
for this.
way?
And then when you're like the credits are going, you're like, why did I watch this?
And it's like my top 2 movie, honestly.
I felt that way the first time I watched The House of the Devil.
Yeah.
I watched that whole movie. The whole time I'm watching it, I really liked the build-up.
Yeah.
But I felt the build-up led to fucking nothing. When it was over, I was like, why the fuck did I just watch that 2-hour movie? I'm pissed. Like, I was legit, like,
I like that.
I was legit, like, fucking frustrated because I was like, that build-up was so fucking good, and the climax of everything was fucking just dumb as shit, I felt. But watching it again, like, I'll still watch it every now and then. I do like it more and more each time I watch it because it's the build-up itself, and that's the whole point of the movie is you just don't know what the fuck's going to happen. So I feel like what is in your head, what it actually happens, is just going to be disappointing anyways. Because that
Right.
build-up is awesome, but
Yeah.
at the end, you know, like,
Yeah.
but still a good movie though. I like I said, I like it each time I watch it. But the first time I watched House of the Dead, I was like mad about it. I was like, I want my fucking money back.
Joe Bob
Does it?
He does
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure you should watch it.
That's how I felt about Army of the Dead.
Oh,
Stop.
I like that.
It was alright.
Yeah, dude, I
Ugh.
enjoyed the fuck out of that.
that's how I felt about
Great.
Land of the Dead also.
I think they put
Man,
everything that was
I
good
like
about
Land of the Dead.
I like it now.
Yeah,
I like
watched
Land of
that
the
one.
Dead.
That was fucking stupid. Like,
Army,
I thought
Army of the Dead.
crap.
the first
Army
time I
of the
saw Land was Dead, I was like, this is fucking great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hated it. I don't know why.
Dude, that scene on the bridge with the zombie.
John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo cannot be the pest in my brain. You know what I mean? So I can't see even in the crappening, the happening. First of all, I think the happening gets shit on a lot. I think it's fucking good.
Wow.
I don't. It's one of those build up things, but then the climax sucks again at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the idea of people just like mindlessly like drawing a blank and killing themselves. That's fucking scary. Imagine seeing that in real life. Imagine seeing your family do that because that's what's happening in that movie, and that's fucked. But John Leguizamo, very serious role. Very serious role. I'm picturing him in the shower with his little dick covered in bubbles on the pest. You've seen the pest. He is such a fucking annoying ass character in that. So that and like Luigi on the Mario Brothers live action movie, which is incredible. That's how I see John Leguizamo in everything. It's like I can't take him seriously because he's just a fucking douchebag. Like
That's a
he's such
fair
wiry, dumb
assessment.
asshole. Like, so I can't take him seriously. Good actor. I just can't.
That's
take him seriously.
fair. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I can't argue with it at all.
No,
Yeah.
you can't. You're not wrong.
No.
Oh my god. That's funny.
Poor John Leguizamo.
Yeah, that poor bastard. I understand what you're saying about Land of the Dead though, because he kind of did kill that movie for me. Like,
he did. That was the biggest
if
problem.
it wasn't for
guy.
him,
You're not a tough guy. You're
right? Yeah. If it wasn't for him, that movie would have been like 10 times better.
I agree.
Like, because like if you just had literally anybody else in that role, like,
I feel like
literally.
John Leguizamo is not going to buy a Suburban Downgrade shirt. Not that he was.
Were you really worried about it?
He actually just texted me.
Hey, you never know though. Any publicity is good publicity.
Other like movie material. A lot of people don't realize it until I explain it to them. The T-shirt that James is wearing of ours, we've been both like Andrew and I have been asked like if that was us on the shirt, but it's not. I don't know why they think that. It's actually Tim Curry. Like the new shirt design is Tim Curry, just like split in half, smoking a cigarette as he's young. So like that's another. Like, we're into like old like movies and shit. So that's another nod to like the shit we're into. We kind of like to involve like everything, not just music, but like TV shows, pop culture, horror movies, whatever. I also like to put in our artwork a little bit. Plus, it's just easier to steal shit than make it up yourself. Yeah. Let's be honest. Yeah.
It is.
Speaking of which,
I was just about to say, why don't we bring that up now?
Yeah.
What are you bringing up?
This guy talking about artwork and everything.
This guy?
Yeah, we're having a contest.
Oh,
yeah? Yeah. The contest is you got to create us a logo.
I do.
Anybody. Whoever wants to. Whoever wants that.
It's autographed.
Yep, it's an autographed.
Oh, Terrifier
comic.
Yeah, they made a handful of them.
Dope.
They sold out right away, but we got an extra one.
Signed every single one. Craig has an extra one. We're giving it away to the winner of our contest.
Oh, that's fucking dope.
We just want a logo. It just has to say Punk Rock Geek Den. It can be whatever the fuck you want it to be. Mashup.
When are you ending that competition?
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. I probably won't
October 15th.
Because like the shit that I designed stuff on is currently being moved to a new location, so I have my head that one out. But that's fucking.
I know some people. I'll throw them your way. I will throw them your way.
Just send them to the Punk Rock Geek Den Facebook page. Send it to our messenger.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all.
Everybody hear that in the internet world?
Yeah. Listen, motherfucker.
We know you're listening.
It's been like a month-long thing. but we're drawing the winner on Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We're gonna put up a poll and have people vote on it, and the winner will be picked from that. So.
Nice. That's awesome.
But
that's cool.
Speaking of stealing things because it's easier, Pet Cemetery.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I mean, obviously, I don't need to ask why that song,
right?
Because it fits.
Hell yeah!
Like, it's a great song.
We originally just covered it for a Halloween show, honestly, and then we just never stopped playing it. I knew everybody was going to cover songs, and I was right, so I just did. That's Cemetery by the Ramones.
Yeah.
Dude, you guys fucking killed it too.
Yeah.
Like, I love your version of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I go back and forth. Like I hated it for a while. I'm still not the I don't know why I'm not the biggest fan of it. I just I don't know. But I'm glad people like it. And I like it more and more. But it was I almost didn't want it on the album because I wanted the album to be all originals.
Right.
It was that song and Wooed, W-U-D-E. We literally stole fucking 4 fucking songs in that song. And we did it on purpose, half like in parody, but also in honor of like music we like.
Yeah.
But I almost didn't want that on the album either because I wanted it to be all shit that we made up. But we were a little short on material. So that's pretty much like why those 2 songs are on there. And I'm glad they're on there now because like people really fucking dig them.
Yeah.
And,
People love the fucking
like I almost didn't offer that to them. I'm glad I decided, like we all decided to leave them on because they are great and
for sure. I don't think there's a bad song on the record, honestly.
Oh, thank you. I think most of them are bad, but I'm really proud of us. That's not just
everybody's their own worst critic.
Yeah. I don't even like calling. I don't like calling myself a musician because I literally play it like Tekken. I button mash till shit works. You know what I mean? That's how I've played guitar since I was 10 years old. Like I sucked at taking
I've
lessons.
seen it.
I sucked at like reading tablature. I was like, fuck it, let me just button mash it. I hope it doesn't sound too bad. I'll admit that. So I don't even like considering myself a musician. I'm not even proud of us just as musicians supposedly, but I'm proud of us of just like 3 normal fucks that could figure it out enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's cool. Like whenever like a I don't know, when someone's like already good at it and they put out shit like, okay, cool, he's doing that again. But when it's, I don't know, for me anyways, I never thought that people would want to hear what I made, like what we made. And it's just really, that's such like a high feeling that I've never felt with anything else. You know, people were actually coming for that shit. But it was honestly like Pet Cemetery was actually, that song got a lot of people into our shit.
Yep.
But so, once again, I'm glad it's on there, and that's definitely a reason that I, should like that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think we'll go ahead and take another break, Traeger.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
Supernatural! Now you can join the battle between brave Lionheart and evil Skull and their eerie ghostlings.
Lion, you're dying. Now, Master.
They change to fight with ghostly might. Turn them into the light and they change into even more powerful creatures.
Now, the lion in me is free. Take this.
Supernaturals. Lionheart, Skull, and Ghostling sold separately. New from Tonka.
Now relive the magical adventures of the movie Willow with these amazing characters that bring the story to life. There's the heroic swordsman Matt Mardigan,
I'll win this war for you.
the evil sorceress Beth Morda, the dreaded General Cave,
I'll crush the rebels.
and brave Willow himself. The epic battles, good versus evil. You can bring the magic of Willow home with collectible figures, vehicles, and accessories, each sold separately. Willow, the magic lies within.
SpongeBob. All right. So, what do you guys got coming up?
We have
Shows, music.
next show is the I believe October 16th at Bullsburg, just at Lilly State College. We'll be playing up the Sniff, which is always a great time. It's our first time playing at that place. But we've all been to a handful of shows there. They're always a bit smaller, mild.
Right.
The beer drinking crowd. October 16th in Bullsburg with the Sniff, and I hope people like us there because we're kind of like aggressive and screamy and angry.
You really are.
I just hope that crowd. But if they don't like us, whatever.
Chesty played.
Yeah, that's true. The first act we saw there was actually Chesty Malone and the Slice Mops. They tore that shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope it's a good time. Last time I was there, I saw the Whatleys, and there was the Whatleys with the Sniff, and it was a tight fucking show. But they had a bunch of tables down still. You know what I mean? There was no room to really be an asshole. So I hope there's asshole room this time because everybody enjoys some asshole room.
Yep.
Yeah.
As long as you pick up who you knock down.
Yep.
Absolutely, all the time.
Yeah.
But you guys have any new music coming out anytime soon?
We actually just got done writing a new song called Serenity. We played it at the last couple shows. We don't have a studio recording of it yet. I'm not sure if we're going to start recording again. We want to write more of like an EP, either an EP or a split. But I want to write a few more songs before we start recording stuff.
Who would the split be with?
Actually, Sean from Grampian actually recently asked me if we'd be interested in doing it. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
They don't even really have like a time frame of when they're starting to do this. So I'm not sure. Like the stuff we start recording, I'm not sure if it's going to go on just like a 6-7 song EP of ours, or if we're just going to do like maybe 2 or 3 and put them on a split. I'm not sure. I'm down for either.
Yeah, I want to do both actually.
Yeah.
If you do both, that'd be fucking amazing.
I feel like now that I said it's on here, they're gonna be like, oh shit, we should probably do that split now. Yeah.
I'll poke and prod him.
Might have been information that shouldn't release yet. I don't know.
A secret, not so secret. But
yeah,
they just go with the Pizza Bros.
It happened.
The pizza.
Oh, it's actually actual thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be cool.
We should write like a dumb, stupid like fucking comment song.
Yeah.
Can we mention the other shows we have?
Oh yeah. The other I'm super. I'm really looking forward to the show. Actually, at Larry's house, LZ's house, who recorded us, we did one last year. He is doing the second pre-Halloween show. It's the weekend. It's the weekend before the Halloween. It's the 23rd. Okay. There's 5 fucking bands. Each of them, we can only have like a 30-minute set because it's going to be packed. You know, we want to get everybody playing and have it over by 11, I think. But then just party the rest of the night. Last year was an amazing fucking time. Literally the show ended, and I was like, okay, I guess people are gonna start leaving. No, dude, people were hanging out till like 4 a.m. playing beer. It turned into a fucking just a party afterwards. It was sweet.
Nice.
It went from like show instantly, like when we got done playing last year. We were the last band to play last year, and as soon as we got done, somebody brought out a fucking beer pong table. I was like, holy shit! It was a fucking blast. And it was around old friends of ours who we've known forever. So it was a fucking party. With the show, it was sick.
What time does that start?
Doors are at 6. The show starts at 7. It's gonna be right in Lock Haven, close to the Flyabout. The address is on there, and it's open to the public. 21 and over. You know, that's what we're aiming for because it's hard to keep track of like minors and shit. So sorry, this isn't one for everybody. But it's safer because if we get, you know what I mean. Don't want to take too many risks with this because it's already sensitive. Absolutely. Being a house show packed with people playing late, we're already kind of on thin ice as it is. It's not permanent, so yeah. So I should have said that. But I just hope that the Swine Clan leaves us alone, and I think they will. They did last year, and it was just a great time. Everybody got home safe, surprisingly. That's another thing, especially me. I really don't let people fucking out of my sight if they're. I make sure they don't leave. I make sure they don't drive. That's like I like to have I have a good time at these like parties.
Call a fucking Uber.
Yeah. Brookhaven needs more Uber. Like what the fuck? Yeah. Like that's another thing, dude. There's not shit for transportation in Lockhaven anymore at all. Like the fucking taxi service is closed by like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And there's never any Ubers around. It's kind of no wonder.
And if there are, it takes them forever to get to you.
Yeah.
That's the shit of this town.
Yep. But yeah, it sucks.
And then I'll have to see what I can do about making that show.
You should do that. You shouldn't see what you can do. You should just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Well, no, I got like it depends how busy I get that day. Because of work. But if I get out of work early enough, I can make it.
Just shit your pants, dude. Nobody wants to work with somebody who's shitting their pants.
Oh, that's true.
You haven't seen my kitchen.
If they do, they're fucking weird. Doo-doo tracks everywhere. You skid proof. That's why you get skid proof. But yeah, come to the fucking show.
I'll do what I can, my man.
It's a $2 cover.
But what we got coming up?
It's free. It's just us two. But the one in Lockhaven, 5 fucking bands, $2. Like,
yes, you can't beat that.
It's not bad at all.
No.
Yeah. And then we have 2 shows in November. One at McGarvey's. I don't remember the dates of those. November 5th at McGarvey's.
And then the 6th is another house show.
Yeah, it's another post-Halloween.
Yeah,
so the show I came from pre-Halloween.
Yeah.
And now we're doing a post-Halloween show.
Yeah.
That's
where's that? We got a handful of shows ahead before we kind of. In the winter, we're kind of lay low. I'm gonna try to go. I'm visiting my kids in Portland in November, later in November. So I need to prepare for that shit because it's. Well, I'm kind of nervous to fly and all that shit. So like after like the shows in November, we definitely want to concentrate on writing and maybe start recording something. We'll play a show here and there, but definitely not going to be as busy as we have been because we need time to write new stuff.
Yeah.
And
more decompress
shit, not gonna lie. So we really want some new shit to play along with everything else as well. You know what I mean? Like,
you gotta have a little bit of time to decompress from everything.
Yeah. So that's what's coming up. You know, we got
hit the old reset button.
We're excited about all of them. And then after that, we want to concentrate on writing. And hopefully people seem to like it. I don't know.
I hope so. I was hope for at least one. At least one person.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the post-Halloween show, November 6th, is in Huntington, I believe.
No, it's near there. I really don't remember
near Huntington.
Send me the address. But
yeah, it's in that.
It's somewhere around the Huntington area.
Tyrone?
Past
over
It could be
there.
Tyrone.
I don't know. You know what?
Over
You know
there,
what's surprised
over
or
there.
fun? I normally I'll map quest it. Not map quest it. Holy shit, map quest. I'll Google map it. I'll Google map it quick to see like the estimate of the time. Other than that, I don't look at shit. So it's like, oh shit, we're here. This is this area. I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of part of the fun. Just like guess. You know, like, well, oh, here we go. Where are we going? Oh, I don't fucking know.
And sometimes we just find a random bar that we're not supposed to play. We just set up shop and stuff.
Like the
Sometimes
Blues
we
Brothers.
play at places that I haven't even looked at. Like lately, I've been trying to like the venues we play at, the bars, clubs, whatever. I try to find like their Facebook page and go through some shit. But I don't always do that. Sometimes I have not a fucking clue what we're getting into. Like, and Huntington was honestly one of those. We were really saying, like I said, man, people were eating like dinner with their grandparents. But hey, you know what? We were invited to this, and we're gonna play. And that,
Yeah.
it was a great time. It's our Rise of Blades.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was our first headlining show, actually.
That was our first headlining show. Yeah. Crazy.
But
Back then we only had like $20. Back then we only had like 20 minutes of material, and we headlined that shit. And we're like, all right, we're done. Like, wait, and everybody was like, that's it? Wait for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, we don't have any minutes. Somebody's like, play it again. I'm like, eh.
it was fun the first time. So we got some stuff coming up as well. You know, on Tuesday we'll be talking to Children of October. You guys
Nice.
play
That's
with
fucking
them.
cool.
So
Yep.
Cool
we got them coming on. Next week we've got our buddies in 13 coming on for a special live stream.
Yep.
That's going to be live on our Facebook page. They're going to be premiering a couple songs off their new album, which comes out on the 13th. So
nice.
And if you can make it, tune in. If not, it's all going to be recorded and it's going to be posted to YouTube.
Yep.
And we're
Awesome.
going to be recording. We're also going to be recording some YouTube exclusive.
Nice.
So,
hell yeah.
Yep, that's going to be a fun one. I'm pretty fucking excited for that. We got to get a game plan going for that, baby.
Yeah, we do.
And then, we got our buddy Poltergeist OD coming back fairly soon. He's a rapper from Edmonton, Alberta.
Nice.
He raps about horror movies, and he's
That's
fucking
awesome.
amazing. Check him out.
Yeah.
What's his name? What is it? Poltergeist?
Poltergeist OD.
Poltergeist.
OD. Okay.
All right.
Sounds
Yeah,
interesting.
I'll actually try to find
It's
it.
like it's not what you
he's
would
on
think about
Spotify.
like regular horror rap. It's very different.
No.
Okay.
I'm actually trying to find him right now because I want to listen to it when we leave here.
He's on Spotify.
Good. Sweet.
So,
The
but he's got
convenience
an
of
incredible.
exploitation.
He's got some great shit. But yeah, he'll be coming on fairly soon. I got to talk to him again. But
That's cool.
then we got Rachel Hoffman coming back. She's an actress, producer, and she's got some big news to premiere. So tune into that.
Oh, here he is. Okay, I found him. Sweet.
Yep. Yeah.
Good.
Hey, check him out. He's great.
I'm done.
We got a Halloween special coming soon. So
Cool.
Yeah.
like we're gonna be in costume because we're lame like that.
I'll dress up for Halloween, man.
Oh, of course.
You have to.
And I've had my costume planned for years.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my boy.
Oh, my manager.
But, fellas, thank you.
No, thank
So
you, man. I
much.
really like what you got going on here.
This is
Good.
fun. It did not
Yeah.
feel like when I said it was like around an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's like, what the fuck are we gonna fucking talk about?
Yeah.
That was fun. It was quickly. It was great.
Yeah,
It was a lot of fun.
That's what we do.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Everybody says that. They're like, when I first came on here, I was like, I didn't know what to expect, but everybody that's come on now, we've actually gained like friendships and stuff out of that.
Fuck yeah.
So
That's what it's all about.
people enjoy
It's
it.
an amazing. It's amazing. Great. Our audience is small, but it's growing.
Yeah.
No, that's dope.
That's, it's like my penis.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm growing out shoulder. I kind of something I said that I wish I didn't say, but whatever.
It's all right.
But anyway,
Sorry, Zach. Solidarity.
Zach, Andrew, Craig, Suburban Downgrade, Lock Haven,
Fuck yeah.
Pennsylvania, my brothers. Thank you, boys.
Hey, thanks, man. Really like what you got going on. It's so dope.
See you soon.
Yep.
Craiger, I'll see you Tuesday.
See you Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, teenage defenders of the Earth, in a never-ending battle against evil space aliens with nasty attitudes.
Yes, the Power Rangers are a bunch of boneheads.
Hey, knock it off!
Okay, we'll knock it off.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, too hot to handle. And now available from Bandai, it's the Power Rangers 3-inch collectibles, each in an awesome battle-ready stance. So what are you waiting for?
Me, my big brother, Bernie. He knows practically everything.
Yes, but does he know why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Is it animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Wise up, bro. Any kid can see the intense taste of cinnamon and sugar swirled all over every bite. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, part of this salad breakfast.
Brilliant.
He's a fast learner.
Now, cool, crazy straws with wacky color-changing swirls. 2 in each specially marked box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.